Hello, I'm Traffic Kathy here. Welcome to Cinderella Phenomenon. Before we begin, don't forget to leave a comment, leave a like, and hit the subscribe button with your tongue, cause why not? And let's jump in to find out what's going on in Cinderella Phenomenon. Seriously, I just want to know, will Rumple die or will he not die? Will he live? Or oh wait, we're not even doing the Rumple route. We're actually doing the Karma route. Oopsie, sorry, forgot. The two of them act very much similar a lot half the time. Days passed, and though I did not spy on the conversation between Jurian and Garland, I noticed that Garland has been smiling from ear to ear during his practice with Claude recently. I can only assume that his confession went well. Claude takes up the patrol shift tonight, and as I lie in bed, I am restless. Why are you restless, girl? Every time I watch Claude practice with Jurian and Garland, I am reminded of the palace of Fritz. I wonder how Fritz is doing. Is he practicing with the other knights? I hope he is. He better be doing his job. My thoughts darken as I recall the kidnapping. Claude had to save me every single time. He got injured saving me. Unable to sleep, I slip out of bed and make my way to the reception room. What are you thinking? The night air is cool, and no one stops me from standing just outside of the Martian. I cannot just sit back and do nothing anymore. I have to act. I do not want Claude to get hurt because of me again. Eventually I see Claude approach. He looks tired and is moving more slowly than usual. But when he sees me, his lips quirk into a smile. Quack. Quirk quack. I don't know. Catherine, what are you doing out here tonight, love? Why are you calling me that, man? I'm your friend. Love instead of darling? That's new. Hello, Claude. What? His face is dark red again. What? What did I say? If you're using my real name, I suppose you've come to ask for something serious? How could he know that? I mean, I could ask for something silly. Like a brownie. I do need to ask something of you. Well, if you need a shoulder to cry on, I'm right here, love. I never forgot what voice I gave to Karma, so I'm just gonna do my best to find that tone of voice. What? Oh, is this not about? Never mind. I'm asking if you will be my instructor. For some reason, I seem to have caught Claude off guard. He stares at me for a few moments. What? I want to learn how to use the sword, and I want you to be my instructor. Claude's expression becomes uncharacteristically serious. I'd rather you didn't learn how to use the sword. Is it because I'm dainty? How rude of you, sir. I do not want you to have to keep protecting me. I don't mind protecting you, so that way you can let her rub it off in my face. Yeah, I know how you're thinking. I do. Claude sighs and shakes his head. Princess shouldn't be using swords. Well, maybe they should. I want to be able to stand on my own 2 feet. Way to go, Catherine. You go, girl. You go. Be the independent woman that you are. You no need no man. That sentence made no sense. You are... I do not want you to get hurt again when I could do something about it. ... Teach me. Please. I said please this time. Claude. Once again, he flushes, and it seems to be an instant reaction, and it is both amusing and endearing. It won't be easy. I wasn't expecting it to be. Claude stares at me for a long time before finally letting out a heavy sigh. Fine, I'll train ya. Yay! We're gonna be warriors! You won't learn in a day, but I can teach you the essentials. You can use one of the knights' training swords. Thank you. Finally, independent woman. Music to my ears. Meet me in the clearing in 10 minutes. 10 minutes? What? You said you want to train, or so we will. Don't expect me to go easy on you. But aren't you tired? He looked exhausted when he came in, and now he wants to train? Already trying to get out of training? I am not. I'm concerned about your health. Claude shakes his head, but he is smiling. I'll see you there in a few minutes, love. Stop calling me that. I'm your friend. Stop teasing me. Moonlight spills through the leaves, illuminating the forest with gentle light. Long minutes pass, and I stand in the clearing. I begin to feel restless. It isn't like Claude to be late. Is he tending to his injury? I hear a rustling in the leaves and turn immediately to see what the disturbance is. But the minute I do, I am pulled back by a strong force and my world goes dark. Oh no. Oh gosh. Before I can scream, I hear a gentle voice in my ears. Lesson 1, Catherine. When apprehended by an enemy that you can't see, remain calm and use your 5 senses to judge how best to get the upper hand. The voice is coming from right behind me. Oh, it's Karma. Dude, why? Claude? I become aware that this is the closest he's ever been to me, with my back pressed to his chest like this. Oh gosh, I don't know how I feel about this. I asked for sword lessons. I don't know how to feel about this. Panicking disorients the mind. That is why you must remain cool under any circumstance. Okay. How can I not panic? Any normal person would panic. Still, I try to force myself to be calm. Lesson 2. Enemies will often let down their guard when they think they have the upper hand. Catch your opponent off guard by remaining calm and locating this weakness with your senses. I try to calm myself as Claude instructs, and I feel it is a bit easier, but only because I know it is Claude. An opening. I move as quickly as I can, stepping forward so that I can swing an elbow back into Claude's stomach. Before that happens, Claude has pulled me back to him, closing whatever distance I had between us. In that process, he moves his hand from my eye to my mouth. I can once again see the forest, but my words are muffled beneath his hand. Another thing to remember, you can't always be able to catch your enemy off guard by throwing punches or hits at them. Your opponent will usually always be stronger than you, Catherine. Remember what I said about a weakness. Enemies will often let their guard down when they believe they are winning. Just like I have. An opening? A thought occurs to me as I glance around me and then down at Karma's bandaged hand. Karma's bandaged hand is over my mouth. Is this opportunity or a trick? Oh. I don't want to bite his hand. Let's topple him. His hand is a clear opening, but I cannot damage his hand any further. I'll try to shift my weight against him. If I take him by surprise, I push back against him. As suddenly as I possibly can, Claude makes a sound, maybe of disapproval, but does not budge. I change tactics, stepping on his foot instead, but he only shifts his stance. Before I can think of what to try next, Claude moves and I am suddenly pinned on the ground. Karma 1, Catherine 0. I didn't want to bite your hand, man. I'm a good friend. That was a pretty good attempt, love, but not good enough, I'm afraid. I wasn't expecting you to come at me like that. I was expecting sword practice. You weren't expecting a man to kidnap you in the alleyway, were you? I glare at him, unable to say anything because he is right. You're oddly quiet. It is hard to find an opening to hurt you when you are not really my enemy. She has a point. He does not move but continues to stare at me. His face is close to mine, close enough to do what exactly? Oh no! He's gonna headbutt me! Catherine, do you trust me to protect you? No. That is not the point. I need to be able to protect myself. Because you're planning on investigating the witches on your own? Maybe. No, I want to be able to protect myself because I do not want you getting hurt protecting me. See, I protect you and you don't get hurt. It's simple, clear, and to the point. Claude leans down and I can feel his hair at my cheek. For a few moments, everything slows to a stop, and all I can do is hear my heartbeat and his slow breathing. Breathing, not bleeding. Yeah. Once you set your mind to something, you don't let go, do you? Claude pulls away from me before I can respond, and he's standing once again, offering me a hand. Let's get started with some sword work then. That pleasant smile is back on his face. I can never tell what he's thinking at times like these. Probably something cynical. What are you really like, Claude? I don't know. A playboy? Thorny rose. I don't like the sound of that. When I return to the Martian later that night, my hands are scathed and I think I might have bruises on my arms. Claude was not joking when he said he would not go easy on me. But he didn't compliment me more than once. How did it go, man? Catherine, I've hit you quite a few times and you hadn't uttered a single compliment. Impressive. Crying is for the weak. Though everyone should be sleeping, I notice that the light is still on at the tavern. Huh. I see Julian and Garland up at a table, speaking with each other and laughing. If Claude had come back with me, he would be happy to see this. You two still up? They are not even surprised when they turn to face me. Good days like this are even better when stretched. I haven't been off duty in a long time. Did you both have a good time tonight? It was great. Garland knows this little palace in the town that I've never even heard of before. Oh, places. I can't speak. I know my English. I notice that Julian is more energetic than usual. Her smile a little wider than normal. Huh. I wonder if she's drunk. I'm going to get another drink. Another drink? Garland leans in towards me, his voice hushed. We've already brought a replacement bottle when we were out today. We would never take anything from the Martian without money. Right. Is Jerry drunk? Oh no, Princess, tipsy. It's like a buzz. Fades a lot quicker. Garland and I watch Julian as she refills her glass at the bar. I have to thank you, Princess. I would never have asked her out if you and Karma hadn't insisted on it. I kept pushing you and so on. So, you told her? Garland looks at me with a pleased smile. I'll take that as a yes. She didn't really realize it until much later. I just asked her out for food and she thought that's all it was. Maybe Julian really did need to be told bluntly. What happened? I told her. And we talked and remembered old times. He sounds like an old man. And I held her hand. It was nice and soft. I noticed Jerry Garland flinched ever so slightly, but he is smiling. He looks pleased with himself. And the night's not over yet, so... He trails off with a hopeful smile before he raises an eyebrow at me. What about you and Karma? What about us? I've asked him to train me. That's it. Train? Princess, you could have asked him to teach you how to use a sword. Yeah, I realized I read the sentence wrong. Train? Princess, you've asked him to teach you how to use a sword. What's this? Our princess is going to pick up a sword? Jurian returns to the table, but I am too tired to properly join in the conversation. I should leave them to their conversation and head to bed. I need to get some rest if I want to start practicing at night. I excuse myself to head upstairs. Oh gosh, what hurts? I am startled awake by an exquisitely bright light. It is momentarily, and when it is over, I am sitting in my bed, dazed and confused. My eyes burn. My hand flies to the pendant around my neck when I see the second glass slipper with another piece. Where did you get another piece? How did you get another piece? There's another piece. But when did I do another good deed? I grasp the necklace tightly in my hand as I make my way to the tavern. Everyone is doing their pre-morning chores when I get to the tavern area. I notice Karma glaring off into space, and then, not far from him, the two knights. They haven't been all night, have they? I make my way slowly over to them. Even back then, you were like some kind of shadow, weren't you? Oh, she called him a shadow! You don't have to hide it. It was obvious you were tailing me back then. It was only because I was worried about you. Yeah. I realize you really didn't have to follow me, Lan, but I'm glad you did. Aww, they're friends. Lan. Jurian. Oh, shush. Fritz used to call you that too. Lan is Garland's childhood nickname. He still gets embarrassed when I call him that. Aw, how cute. I see. So what are you two talking about, you two lovebirds? Oh, we were just reminiscing. I look at the two of them critically for a few moments, waiting for them to say something. They both exchange a glance before looking at me confused. Well, what? How did your date go last night? Garland makes a sound and turns beet red. Jurian's eyebrows quirk, and then she laughs. Oh, that! It went well. So well, in fact, that you can see that the two of us are still very much enjoying each other's company. Jurian is usually busy taking her rounds around the Martian with a scowl on her face. She looks happier being here with Garden, more relaxed. You might even say that we're dating. Isn't it funny how red he gets, Princess? You were blushing just as much yesterday when I... One more word, Lan, and I swear I'll punch you. That's my kind of girl. The two of them are blushing now, and the scene is oddly comical. Who knew that the two great knights of the Order of Caldria could be so easily undone? Both of you are amusing to watch. The two of them stare at me, suddenly sullen-faced. I suddenly remember that one conversation the knights all had at the castle. They were talking about how they all had personal reasons for being knights, despite the fact that they all served the king. I had always thought Jurian and Garland were stoic and honorable, that their only reason for becoming knights was a sense of justice. Seeing them here, though, without that stoic facade, they feel more like people. That's because they are people, Catherine. My curiosity is piqued. Ooh. Do you mind if I ask what your reasons were for becoming knights? Oh, my father was a knight. He put his life on the line for this kingdom, as they always do. Jurian's father was a living legend in his own right. and he had the medals to back it up. My father wasn't around a lot, but I always admired him. Judging by the look on Jurian's face, it is clear to me that she really loves her father. My mother died when I was young, like always. And because my father couldn't be around all the time to take care of me, I ended up practically living with Lan and his family. Lan always got annoyed when I called him my brother. Oh god, please, no, that is awkward and weird. You guys are in a relationship now. Now I know why. Jurian wanted to follow in her father's footsteps. Then why did you join the Knights, Garland? Because he wanted to watch over me, duh. I never knew you blushed so easily, Garland. Garland seemed to blush even harder at that. Jurian's laugh became infectious. Infectious? Is that how you pronounce it? I'm guessing that it is. I feel amusement beginning to bubble up as I watch the two of them. But a cold voice cuts through the laughter, and the atmosphere like a hot blade through ice. Could you keep it down over there? Karma. I turn to see Claude's eyes, normally so warm, are cold. His usual smile is gone, replaced with a deep scowl. Oh, we're sorry. Seriously, Claude, you ruined the moment. He's still glaring at the two of them. Oh, I can tell him about the necklace. Karma, I got another piece to my necklace. Another good deed done without you, punk. I told you, I'm independent. Claude turns his gaze to me, but the frown doesn't disappear. That's nice, darling. His voice is calm, but flat and lacks any enthusiasm. That feels lackluster. And only disappointing. Karma, something wrong? A good deed, congratulations, princess. You're close to breaking your curse. What did you get the good deed for? I'm not so sure, actually. I don't know, could have been meddling with you two lovebirds, sparring with Karma, or trying to be independent. I don't know, one of the two. Maybe it was helping. Maybe it was for helping Lan confess. I hear you and Karma went out of your way to help make it happen. That happened yesterday, though. Maybe the magic was waiting to see what became of Garland and I. Connor makes a dismissive hand gesture from his table, frowning. If you two insist on being so affectionate, you should get a room. What's the matter, Karma? Affectionate? Jurian's smile has faded away into a dangerous scowl. Where Garland looks confused, Jurian looks notably irritated. The shadow is still there on his face. Confront him. What's wrong? Something must really be bothering him. I should be patient with him, just like he is with me. I mean, if he has the Beauty and the Beast curse, right? It was a Beauty and Beast curse. Before I can even think about what I am doing, I reach out to grab his hand. What is it? He just slapped my hand away! How dare you? You shouldn't just reach out to touch a person without giving them some warning. But he does that all the time with me. I pull my hand back, and at the same moment, Cloud's expression falls. He looks at me with an almost pained expression on his face. No, wait, I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. Silence descends for a few moments before Claude abruptly stands up from his table. Excuse me. Claude turns briskly and heads upstairs, leaving me with the two knights. Time to investigate. I wonder what's wrong with him. Catherine, get your monocle, get a fake mustache, we're gonna go investigate. You and me. I'll be Sherlock Holmes and you can be Watson. You think we've been running him too thin because of practice? I do not think it's because of you two. I get the feeling that Claude holds himself back from saying what he means sometimes. Sometimes he acts strange, distant, and recently he is getting more and more moody. Princess? Hey, Anna, Anise. I almost called Anna. Yeah, it's close enough. I looked over at Anise, who was smiling apologetically. Sorry to interrupt, but Mr. Bloom is getting kind of restless. Time to sweep, I suppose. Well, maybe cleaning will help get my mind off of things. Hopefully. The rest of the day goes by slowly, and I am stuck cleaning most of the day and then serving later. At one point, I speak with Delora about the knight that had attempted to kidnap me, and she tells me that she and Parfait are meeting later to discuss their suspicions. I still do not understand what their suspicions are when Sir Alcester cannot possibly know who I am, unless he's a wizard. My hands are sore by the end of the night, but I still feel like I can practice with a sword. I notice that both Jurian and Garland look restless too. Jurian eventually leaves for patrol while Garland remains at a table, looking deep in thought. I do not want to bother her, so I decide to try and find Claude. I go to his room but find the door is locked. Claude! Karma, are we training tonight? I need to know. Hello? No answer. My heart sinks. Is he not speaking to me? Did I do something wrong? Is she finally being concerned about others? Yes, she is. Oh gosh. For days, Karma stayed in his room, only leaving when he had to be on patrol. A few times I saw Parfait go into his room, but she refused to talk about what is bothering him. I feel so useless. When Claude did appear in the tavern, or out in the town, he still had that terrible grimace on his face. Oh gosh. Why me? Why not just ignore me? Oh, Karma, what's wrong? No, I'm not gonna train with time. I'm not in the right state of mind. I don't want to talk about it. Just leave me alone. Please. Karma! I am really beginning to worry about him. Come on, Karma, talk to me, buddy. Even a letter. Write to me. We can be pen pals. Today I am in town running errands with Walt for Parfait. It has been almost a week since Claude started acting so strangely, so I thought I needed to do something for him. I know he likes dresses, and he told me once that he liked roses, but can I really find something that will cheer him up? Perhaps he would like some jewelry. Walt, do you remember where that jewelry store Claude or Karma likes is? I don't go there very often, so unfortunately, no. Princess, is this a good deed? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. What you were doing right now? Do you think it would be a good deed? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Good deeds need to be selfless, right? Generally, yes. I doubt this will count as selfless. I am doing this to cheer Karma up. That sounds pretty selfless. But it is also so that he goes back to teaching me how to fight instead of sulking in his room. Oh. I've heard that Karma has been teaching you how to use the sword. Why do you want to learn how to fight? Because I want to be able to protect myself. It's not like I can use magic. At least sword fighting gives me an advantage. I'm sorry, Princess. I wish I could teach you magic, but it doesn't work when you're under a curse. But on your 18th birthday, when you become the Tarum Barum Bearer, you'll be able to use magic. I'll instruct you if you want me to. Sure, why not? That would be nice. Though it does not solve my current problem. What would cheer Claude up? Walt starts chuckling beside me, and I turn to look at him confused. Karma is important to you, isn't he? He's a friend. He's teaching me how to fight. I would say he's pretty important. He's my partner, and he's helped me. He has also been patient with me and smiled even when I've said some really inconsiderate things to him. I'm glad, Princess, that he is your friend. My friend? Claude does not feel like a friend. How do you think a friend feels? Squishy? Soft? Hard? Rough? Like a horse? I don't know. He feels like something else. You better not say lover, Catherine, because you want to know what happened to Karma last time? He died. Oh no, that was Rumble. See, I confuse the two at times because they act so similar at times. Oh, Princess, is this the one you were searching for? Waltz points to a peddler sporting different kinds of jewelry, and I instantly make my way towards it. There are all kinds of glittery things displayed, and for a few moments I feel myself drawn to everything. Then I notice the price tag. I barely have any money left from when the knights gave me that pouch. Oh, when the king gave me that. Oh, you still have that pouch? Oh, good for you. I cannot afford any of this. Maybe we should do our errands first and look for a gift. Maybe we'll find something as we look through the stores. But if I don't get Claude's gift today, I may not be able to give it to him tonight. Princess? Yeah, maybe. Let's just... The errands are more important. Walt has a good point. We might find something while we do the errands, and then we can get them out of the way. Besides, it is not right for me to put Claude above everyone else. Oh, did I do good? We spent a few hours gathering the supply needed for the tavern, and only then do we start looking again for Claude's gift. Princess, I can hold more of those bags for you. It's fine. I am used to carrying lots of bags. Does Karma make you carry them around? No? Princess, you should really tell him off. He does a lot of other things for me, but next time I think I will. So long as he gets out of his room sometime soon. I really hope he does. Hey, Princess. But now the problem is finding something that he'll like. What does Claude like? Princess! I'm lost in thought. There is no reason for you to shout. Walt shakes his head at me, but he's smiling. Let me offer you a deal. A deal? If you help me set up one of my puppet shows, I'll pay you. You earn money from your puppet shows? I get tipped, so what do you say? I won't go easy on you, though. Yeah, I'll help you. Get me more money. He's like, really that easy? Why do you seem so surprised? I was thinking that everyone's right. You've really changed, Princess. Maybe having Karma as a partner really was a good idea. I don't know. I prefer Rumple, but then he died. Being partners with Claude may have changed me for the better, but I doubt I have done the same for him. I'm sure Karma would be very happy that you were buying him a gift. Receiving gifts from admirers isn't the same thing as you getting him something. Wait, admirers? Admirers? He receives gifts from admirers? For a few moments, I think about the woman who chased us in town a few weeks ago, and I feel a little unpleasant stabbing in my heart. Oh, you poor thing. Hold on, guys, I need to readjust my... Okay, there we go. Small things. A man will treat him to a dessert every so often. I saw a lot of it when we did gross errands together. I always make Karma accept those gifts without killing the man. Oh gosh. Killing the man. It's drastic, but sounds like Karma. He punched Rumple when he asked him to marry him. Joke or not. Karma wears his disguise to be convincing, but then gets angry when people fall for it. He is still very much a child. You know how he is. He doesn't like being flirted with. Walt, do you know anything else about Karma's curse? His curse? He never really talks about it. Claude may be even more stubborn than me if he's not letting anyone help him with his curse. Walt and I continue our search for a gift. Walt tells me that I can look for something a bit more expensive and that he'll put me to work on another day by helping him with his puppets. See, it was a good idea we did the earrings first. I returned to the jewel peddler we found earlier. Hello, madam, sir. What can I help you with today? Do you have any sort of rose-shaped jewelry here? The man refers to me a box full of many different rose-shaped earrings. He then shows me a necklace, and I realize blatantly that it is as if I am searching for something for Miss Karma, not Claude. My eyes scan the glass, nearly in defeat, before a little rose catches my attention. In the back of the display window, it has a chain connected to it, but doesn't seem long enough to be a necklace. What's that one? That's our simple rose pendant, madam. It comes with a chain, but it can also be pinned on the chest. The man takes it out of the display case so I can look at it. Oh, that's cute! This is fancy, but not completely flashy. I feel a little click as I press my fingers to the planet. I realize that it can also open. Ooh. Oh yes, you can also put something inside of it, too. I forgot about that. This is perfect. I look at the price tag, and after making sure that it is not too expensive, I pay the shopkeeper. Walt pays him the additional fee, and then we walk back towards the Martian together. When we return to the Martian, I go back to my room to tuck the locket into a drawer before I head to the tavern to finish the rest of my chores. Just as expected, Claude is not downstairs today either. Durian and Garden have taken to trading with each other, though they seem aggravated that Claude is not having them. At the end of the day, I hurry to my room, where I write a few words on a piece of paper that I put into the locket. A normal rose would have withered, so I offer this one instead, in heartfelt thanks. I hold the locket tightly in my hand, and I started towards Claude's room. Why is my heart beating so fast? I'm just giving him a gift. Don't you dare fall in love with him, Catherine. I'm telling you. Don't do it. I pause at Claude's door, remembering the last time I entered his room. I'm sure it's okay if I just go in. I open up the door to Claude's room, which is thankfully not locked, and step inside. Claude is sitting motionless in front of his mirror, shoulders slumped as he stares at his reflection. Oh, don't tell me he's shirtless again. He's shirtless, and there's a tattoo. It seems different. Claude does not notice me at first. I notice that his hand goes to a tattoo over his chest. And then I hear him heave a heavy sigh. Slowly I close the door behind me. Why are you doing that? It clicks. And that is when he suddenly turns to look at me. At first there is just a shock on his face, and then simply anger. Again, why do you do this again, Catherine? I came to give you something. I tightly grip the locket in my hand as I stare at him. And what is so important, so very essential, that you once again missed knocking on my door for a simple delivery? His voice slices through my heart. I wanted it to be a surprise. I'm not in the mood for surprises, princess. Oh gosh, I don't like this. In no time at all, Claude is suddenly right in front of me, his hand outstretched on either side of me, pinned me to the wall against the door. Oh gosh, this isn't good. His face is so close, his expression so fierce, that I cannot even bring myself to think of a way out. The only thing I can do is stare at him levelly, without getting angry, without crying. I will not show any weakness. Why? Why aren't you struggling or screaming at me? That's what the Catherine I know would do. You told me to remain calm, to not panic. Then you do not know me as much as you think you do. And you know nothing about me. I already had a retort prepared when I stopped, realizing that he is right. I barely know anything about him. No, I don't. But I like to, if you'll let me into your heart. We need to be friends. Why do you insist on poking your nose into others' business? We're partners. That's the only reason. It has to be. I am supposed to help you, so why do you keep secrets from me? I can't read at the moment. Help me? His lips quirk, but his smile is sardonic. Claude, I want to help you. I want to be a friend. In the silence that descends between us, I find that I cannot help but look into Claude's tattoo, at the thorns twirling around the rose. It is beautiful, but it also seems so lethal. When I glance at Claude again, he looks chestfallen, his eyes glittering like he might be on the verge of tears. Secrets are secrets for a reason, princess. You should know that. If I could speak about them, I would, but I can't. And you busting into my room without any notice only makes it harder. Harder for what? Princess, you can't imagine what this all feels like. What is he talking about? And that woman, I thought we were meant to be. Oh. What? You had a woman in your life? Or she was so lovely, her smile as bright as the sun. Claude's eyes are far away. That is why, never again. But then you ruined everything, Catherine. You cut me down like... I pushed my hands against Claude's chest, catching him off guard and forcing him to stumble back. I cannot take any of this. If I've ruined everything, then I'll just leave. You can have all of the time in the world to yourself then. The locket I brought for him burns in my hand, and I ended up throwing it at his feet. Catherine, wait! I ignore him as I run from the room. Oh! They fought! They fought! When I return to my room and lock my door, I feel too hollow inside for tears. It hurts to breathe when I think of Claude. It's okay, girl. I eventually managed to fall asleep, but only have snatches of restlessness dreams when my eyes finally close. It's okay, girl. You'll be fine. Mother, are you and Father in true love, like the fairy tales? I thought I forbid you to speak of fairy tales. Have you been reading them? No, Mother. I overheard someone in the palace talking about them today. Then I shall find that person and make sure they know what an appropriate topic of a conversation in the palace is. But Mother, the true love in fairy tales sounds so nice. Do you think I can fall in true love with a prince? Oh, how cute. Dearest one, true love like that does not exist. But the love between a mother and her child is the truest kind. It cannot be replicated by anything else. All the other kinds of love is an illusion. My love is all you will ever need. Do you understand me, my heart? Yes, Mother. What did she do to you?